The world of professional sports and global pop culture rarely collides with such monumental force as it does when two of the most recognizable figures on the planet prepare to tie the knot. In the heart of the offseason, far away from the roaring crowds of packed football stadiums and the blinding lights of sold-out concert arenas, an ordinary weekend in Southern California transformed into the epicenter of media attention. For months, speculation has reached a fever pitch, capturing the imaginations of millions of fans worldwide who have closely followed every single chapter of this modern high-profile romance. What began as a rumored connection between an elite athlete and a legendary musical icon has steadily evolved into what many are calling the wedding of the century. As the summer heat begins to settle across the nation, whispers of upcoming nuptials have turned into absolute certainties, and the carefully coordinated celebrations are officially underway. Every public appearance, every casual outing, and every sudden gathering of close friends is now viewed through a magnifying glass, as the public desperately seeks any glimpse into the private world of these two massive stars. The atmosphere is charged with anticipation, creating a unique sense of excitement that bridges the gap between different worlds of entertainment. Before we dive deeper into the incredible details of this star-studded weekend and uncover the exclusive timeline of events leading up to the big day, take a quick moment to subscribe to our channel and turn on all notifications so you never miss a breaking update on this historic celebration. The festivities kicked off in true Southern California style, blending casual West Coast energy with the high-stakes glamour that naturally surrounds elite public figures. It is no secret that when individuals of this caliber decide to celebrate, the scale of the event instantly reaches extraordinary proportions. The coastal breeze of San Diego set a picturesque backdrop for a gathering that brought together some of the most prominent names in modern sports culture. Observers quickly noted that this was no ordinary weekend getaway. It was a carefully orchestrated series of events designed to honor a lifelong journey of camaraderie, brotherhood, and success. Fans and media outlets alike were caught completely off guard when high-profile figures began appearing in unexpected locations, sending shockwaves through social media platforms. The sheer star power concentrated in one geographic area was enough to draw massive crowds, yet the atmosphere remained remarkably grounded and celebratory. This unique balance between monumental fame and genuine personal connection defines the entire narrative of the weekend. As onlookers attempted to piece together the schedule, it became increasingly obvious that every single detail had been designed to create unforgettable memories before a massive lifestyle transition takes place. The sense of brotherhood was palpable, anchoring the high-octane environment in a deep foundation of shared history and mutual respect. As the afternoon progressed, the focus shifted toward a spectacular display of speed and American engineering, drawing an even larger spotlight to the ongoing festivities. The location itself carried a deep sense of significance, offering a unique blend of heritage and modern entertainment that perfectly matched the energy of the guests. It was here that the true scale of the celebration began to manifest, as iconic figures from entirely different realms of the sporting universe crossed paths. Witnesses described an atmosphere of pure excitement, where the roar of powerful engines mirrored the energetic spirit of the high-profile attendees. Photographs and brief video clips quickly began circulating online, showing relaxed interactions that highlighted genuine friendships rather than forced public relations appearances. The presence of legendary figures from the racing world added a distinct layer of prestige to the entire gathering, transforming a casual Sunday into an unforgettable crossover event. For the fans lucky enough to be present, it was a surreal moment to witness history being made in real time, as modern sports royalty mingled with military personnel and racing legends. The interactions were characterized by laughter, animated conversations, and a shared appreciation for the intense discipline required to reach the pinnacle of any profession. Central to the growing excitement was the unmistakable bond of family, highlighted by the presence of a beloved older brother who has shared the national spotlight for years. The relationship between these two siblings has long been a favorite subject for sports analysts and culture commentators alike, representing an authentic dynamic that resonates deeply with audiences everywhere. Seeing them together in a relaxed setting, away from the intense pressures of professional competition, provided a heartwarming element to an otherwise chaotic media storm. Their shared laughter and easygoing banter acted as a stabilizing force throughout the high-energy weekend, reminding everyone that despite the massive global attention, this remains a deeply personal family milestone. They were seen engaging warmly with servicemen and women, demonstrating a level of gratitude and humility that further endeared them to the gathering crowd. The highlight of this particular outing occurred when a beautiful custom leather racing jacket was presented as a special gift, an item that was immediately embraced with genuine enthusiasm. This gesture symbolized the deep respect and admiration that cross-industry peers hold for one another, marking a high point in a weekend already filled with exceptional moments as the sun began to set over the Pacific. The narrative of this incredible weekend only grew more complex, hinting at a parallel celebration taking place hundreds of miles away. While one half of this famous couple was surrounded by lifelong friends and family in California, reports began to surface regarding a highly private, elegant gathering on the opposite side of the country. A historic oceanside mansion became the focal point for a completely different kind of celebration, shrouded in secrecy and characterized by exclusive, tight-knit friendships. The contrast between the high-energy, public sports environment of the West Coast and the serene, guarded luxury of the East Coast added a fascinating dynamic to the entire story. It became clear that both individuals were marking this major life transition in ways that perfectly reflected their unique personalities and backgrounds. The media circus surrounding both locations intensified by the hour, with journalists and fans analyzing every single frame of leaked footage and social media posts. The sheer scale of coordination required to manage two simultaneous high-profile events across the United States is a testament to the monumental impact this upcoming union is having on popular culture, setting the stage for what promises to be an unforgettable revelation of details in the days to come. The momentum of this extraordinary celebration reached an absolute peak as the scene shifted back to the heart of Los Angeles, a city intimately familiar with elite gatherings but rarely witnessed to an assembly quite this legendary. The true core of the weekend began to unveil itself during a series of high-octane nights where the boundaries between professional sports, mainstream comedy, and the global electronic music scene completely dissolved. It became evident that this was not just a casual series of outings, but a meticulously planned, multi-city bachelor party marathon designed to honor one of the most dominant tight ends in professional football history before his highly anticipated summer wedding. The roster of attendees read like a masterclass in modern entertainment, anchoring the celebration in deep-rooted friendships that span across multiple industries. Among the closest confidants guiding the groom to the world through these pre-wedding festivities was his longtime teammate and legendary quarterback Patrick Mahomes, alongside his fiercely loyal older brother Jason Kelce. Joining this core group was former Kansas City Chiefs tight end Ross Travis, whose shared athletic history created an immediate sense of locker room brotherhood, and the wildly popular comedian Drewski, who injected a constant stream of humor and high spirits into the high-profile entourage. Together, this powerhouse lineup transformed every venue they touched into an exclusive sanctuary of celebration, carefully balancing the intense glare of the public eye with the genuine intimacy of lifelong friendships. The elite journey officially commenced on a Wednesday evening at the highly exclusive Bird Streets Club, a ultra-private, members-only restaurant perched securely on the iconic Sunset Strip in West Hollywood. Known as a fortress of privacy for Hollywood A-listers and global power players, the venue provided the perfect shield for the group to unwind, share stories, and toast to the monumental life transition awaiting their close friend. The atmosphere inside was described by insider sources as a blend of sophisticated luxury and relaxed camaraderie, allowing the athletes to step away from their intense training schedules and simply enjoy the brotherhood that has defined their respective careers. However, this sophisticated dinner was merely the calm before the spectacular storm that would engulf the Los Angeles nightlife just 2 days later. On Friday night, the energy shifted from the quiet luxury of West Hollywood to a massive, thumping ocean of sound and light as Travis Kelce and his inner circle arrived at a packed concert featuring the globally acclaimed electronic music producer Chris Lake. Held at a premier Los Angeles venue, the concert became the definitive high point of the Bachelor weekend, cementing it in internet history through a series of viral moments that instantly set social media platforms ablaze with excitement, as the heavy bass and hypnotic rhythms of the electronic music filled the arena. Travis Kelce proved that his legendary on-field energy translates perfectly to the center stage of global entertainment. Surrounded by his closest friends, the 36-year-old NFL star could not contain his excitement, eventually hopping directly onto the massive stage alongside the 43-year-old British DJ. The crowd erupted into absolute chaos as the towering tight end grabbed a specialized bubble gun, firing a continuous stream of shimmering bubbles over the dancing audience, completely leaning into the joyful absurdity of the moment. The peak of the entire evening occurred when Chris Lake dropped a highly energetic, custom electronic remix of a song by none other than Taylor Swift. The moment the familiar melodies blended into the house music beat, Kelce went wild, jumping up and down with infectious enthusiasm on the elevated stage. He grabbed the microphone and looked out over the sea of thousands of roaring fans, shouting at the top of his lungs for them to lose their minds, assuring them that he knew exactly how deeply they were feeling the music. This public display of pure joy and unwavering support for his future bride sent the audience into a frenzy, providing a perfect snapshot of a man completely thrilled with his upcoming marriage. While the high-profile men were dominating the West Coast entertainment circuit, an equally fascinating and highly covert operation was unfolding thousands of miles away on the picturesque shores of New England. The parallel nature of these celebrations added an incredible layer of storytelling to the entire weekend, as media outlets scrambled to monitor both coasts simultaneously. In the quiet, affluent enclave of Watch Hill, Rhode Island, Taylor Swift appeared to be hosting her own intensely private bachelorette weekend at her famous $17 million oceanside vacation mansion. Perched high above the Atlantic Ocean, the sprawling estate became a fortress of sisterhood, drawing in some of the pop icon's closest, most trusted childhood and celebrity friends. The contrast between the two events was striking. While Travis embraced the loud, public energy of electronic concerts and sporting events, Taylor opted for a deeply guarded, elegant retreat behind the heavily secured gates of her coastal sanctuary. However, in the modern age of digital media, total secrecy is nearly impossible to maintain, and brief, tantalizing glimpses of the East Coast festivities managed to slip through the tight security grid, sending the global fanbase into a frenzy of speculation and analysis. The internet erupted when a brief video surfaced on TikTok, captured by a sharp-eyed observer who noticed unusual activity on the high-rise balcony of the massive Rhode Island estate. The since-deleted footage faintly captured an elegant woman, heavily resembling the global pop singer, standing on the oceanside terrace clad in striking white apparel, a traditional nod to her upcoming status as a bride. Surrounding her were three close female companions dressed entirely in sophisticated black outfits, creating a visual aesthetic that looked like a scene straight out of a high-end editorial shoot. The deliberate contrast in clothing further fueled theories that this was indeed a carefully organized bachelorette toast. Adding more weight to these claims, media outlet TMZ later obtained separate, exclusive video footage showcasing a woman strongly believed to be Swift's lifelong best friend, Abigail Anderson Berard, standing on that very same ocean-facing balcony while gently holding a young child. These fragments of footage painted a picture of a relaxed, deeply sentimental gathering of women who have stood by the singer's side through every phase of her historic career, offering a beautiful counterweight to the chaotic, high-energy bachelor festivities unfolding under the palm trees of California. Back on the West Coast, the Bachelor Marathon showed no signs of slowing down as the weekend transitioned into Sunday, bringing a fresh wave of unique activities and unexpected family arrivals. Football fans and pop culture enthusiasts noticed a thrilling development when videos surfaced on the social media platform X showing Travis Kelce working on his swing at a high-tech indoor golf simulator. What caught everyone's attention was the distinct appearance of a young man in the background who fans heavily speculated to be Austin Swift, the younger brother of the pop icon. The inclusion of Austin in these deeply personal bachelor activities provided powerful evidence of how seamlessly the two families are blending ahead of the wedding. It demonstrated that this bond goes far beyond a public romance, showing a genuine burgeoning brotherhood between the NFL star and his future brother-in-law. This golf outing served as a relaxed, competitive, midday transition before the entourage prepared for their final, most public sports crossover event of the entire weekend, an event that would bring them face-to-face with legendary figures of American racing and military heroes alike. The culmination of the Sunday itinerary brought the star-studded group directly to Naval Base Coronado in San Diego, where a unique, high-stakes NASCAR event was taking place. The arrival of Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, and Jason Kelce instantly transformed the atmosphere of the naval base, drawing massive crowds of starstruck fans, racing teams, and active-duty servicemen. The official Sports on Prime Instagram account documented the historic crossover, sharing stunning photographs of the Kelce brothers interacting warmly with the crowd under the caption, noting that the Kelces were officially in the house for some high-speed action. The brothers were photographed engaged in a long, deeply animated conversation with NASCAR royalty Dale Earnhardt Jr., sharing insights about leadership, speed, and the intense pressure of competing at the highest possible level. Dressed comfortably in a casual t-shirt and shorts, Travis was surprised when racing officials presented him with an exclusive, beautifully crafted blue and black NASCAR leather jacket. The tight end smiled from ear to ear, immediately throwing the heavy jacket over his shoulders with visible pride, gesturing excitedly to the cheering onlookers and cementing yet another iconic image into a weekend that will be discussed for years to come. The incredible journey of this coast-to-coast celebration reached its absolute climax as the true depth and future impact of this historic union came into full focus. Beyond the high-energy concerts, the elite golf simulators, and the roaring engines of San Diego, the weekend served as a profound testament to the journeys of two remarkable individuals who have redefined what it means to be global icons. As the final hours of the Bachelor weekend wound down, the world received a sweet, unexpected confirmation of the celebratory atmosphere through the artistry of local creators. A prominent bakery in Los Angeles, Ya Queremos Pastel, delighted fans globally by sharing a vibrant video on TikTok showcasing the official masterpiece crafted specifically for the NFL star's Bachelor festivities. The creation was a beautifully detailed, tie-dye heart-shaped cake that perfectly captured the fun-loving, energetic spirit of the groom. In bold lettering across the top, the cake featured the playful and highly symbolic phrase reading, "One more ring," a clever and heartwarming double meaning that paid tribute to both his legendary pursuit of championship football glory and his upcoming commitment to a lifelong marital partnership. When curious fans rushed to the comment section to ask if this sweet creation was truly for the tight end, the bakery enthusiastically confirmed the news, grounding the entire massive media whirlwind in a moment of sweet, local authenticity, while representatives for the athlete remained predictably quiet when reached for official comment, preferring to let the couple enjoy these sacred personal moments away from the typical public relations machinery. The massive wave of excitement surrounding their upcoming wedding reached an unprecedented scale. Multiple reliable insider sources have confirmed that the monumental event is officially set to take place on July 3rd at the legendary Madison Square Garden in the very heart of New York City. Choosing such an iconic, historic venue perfectly matches the grand scale of a romance that has captivated millions across the globe. Madison Square Garden, typically known for hosting legendary musical performances and historic sporting events, will transform into the ultimate sanctuary of love, bringing together the absolute brightest stars from the worlds of professional sports, global music, cinema, and fashion. It is a venue that symbolizes the exact intersection of their two worlds, a place where historic athletic achievements and groundbreaking musical milestones have lived side by side for generations, making it the only location truly grand enough to host the unification of these two powerhouse figures. To truly understand why this upcoming marriage matters so deeply to modern popular culture, one must look at the incredible parallel journeys of the heroes at the center of this story. Both individuals have spent over a decade performing at the absolute pinnacle of their respective professions, demonstrating an uncompromising work ethic, immense resilience, and an innate ability to inspire people worldwide. The groom, a dominant force in professional football, has spent years building a legacy defined by charisma, athletic brilliance, and a fierce loyalty to his teammates and family. His journey from a humble Ohio upbringing to becoming a multi-time champion and a household name is a classic story of passion and dedication. Alongside him, his older brother Jason has walked a parallel path of excellence, establishing himself as a beloved leader in the sports world and a pillar of support for his younger sibling. Seeing the brothers stand together throughout this Bachelor weekend, sharing laughs with lifelong friends like Patrick Mahomes and Ross Travis, reminded the public that despite the overwhelming global fame, the foundation of this athlete's life remains firmly rooted in family values, mutual respect, and authentic brotherhood. On the other side of this magnificent union is a musical force who has quite literally shaped this landscape of modern entertainment. Her journey from a young country storyteller to a global pop phenomenon and a record-breaking touring artist is nothing short of historic. Throughout her career, she has masterfully transformed her personal experiences into universal anthems, building a deep, unbreakable bond with a multi-generational fan base that follows her every move with unmatched devotion. Her bachelorette, gathering at her $17 million oceanside mansion in Rhode Island, surrounded by childhood friends like Abigail Anderson Berard, showcased that she too holds on to the core relationships that shaped her before global stardom took over. The imagery of her standing on that coastal balcony, dressed in elegant white, flanked by her closest confidants, served as a beautiful, serene contrast to the high-octane festivities happening on the West Coast. It proved that both stars, despite operating in the most demanding industries on Earth, have managed to preserve a private sanctuary of true friendship and family support as they prepare to take the ultimate step forward together. The blending of these two worlds has created a cultural phenomenon that transcends traditional entertainment boundaries. For the past several years, their relationship has injected a sense of genuine joy, excitement, and positivity into the public consciousness. They have shown the world what it looks like when two highly successful, independent individuals fiercely support one another's ambitions. Whether that means cheering from the luxury suites of a packed football stadium during a championship run or dancing enthusiastically on a concert stage to a custom electronic remix. The inclusion of the bride's younger brother, Austin Swift, in the intimate weekend golf sessions and the NASCAR events in San Diego further highlights how beautifully and naturally these two powerful families are uniting behind the scenes. This is not just a marriage between two individuals, it is the harmonious blending of two distinct American legacies, creating a supportive network that will undoubtedly shield them as they continue to navigate the intense pressures of global fame. As the countdown to July 3rd rapidly ticks away, the anticipation filling the air is almost palpable. The stories from this unforgettable bachelor and bachelorette weekend have perfectly set the stage for what promises to be an extraordinary celebration of love, loyalty, and shared destiny. From the casual West Coast gatherings with comedy icons and electronic music producers to the quiet, elegant coastal traditions of New England, every single moment has built a cohesive narrative of two people completely ready to embrace their future together. When the doors of Madison Square Garden finally open for their wedding day, it will mark the beginning of a magnificent new chapter for this iconic couple. The world will be watching with bated breath, celebrating a bond that proved that even in the modern era of constant media noise and relentless scrutiny, true love, authentic brotherhood, and deep family connections can still triumph above all else, creating a historic milestone that will be remembered and discussed for generations to come.